T, R comes before S. So Doug, you get to kick things off with an introduction, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Doug Richards. I'm running for state representative in the 26th district. It's good to see everybody here this morning. For those of you who know me, I see a lot of friendly faces, but some of those who don't know me, I'll introduce myself, a little bit about who I am and where I'm from. I grew up on the Kitsap Peninsula, spent 30 years there. Grew up in Port Orchard and graduated South Kitsap High School in 1987. Go Wolves, if anybody's Wolves fans in here. I don't know about Frank over there. After graduating high school, I joined the United States Navy, where I served on the USS Carl Vinson and Persian Gulf during Operation Ernest Will. After getting out of the Navy, I decided I wanted to continue my service to the community, so I decided I'd join the fire service. And after 20 years, I currently serve as a battalion chief with South Kitsap Fire Rescue. During that time frame, though, I also owned a small business, and I built nearly 30 homes on the Kitsap Peninsula over the past 12 years. I know what it's like to sign the front side of a paycheck and meet payroll and to balance a budget. I currently reside in Olalla, Washington with my lovely high school sweetheart, Whitney, the beautiful redhead right here. We've been married now almost 20 years, so I'm pretty proud of that. My oldest daughter is here, Mackenzie. She's right next to her. And then I also have a 15-year-old daughter, Delaney, 12-year-old daughter, Rebecca, and a 9-year-old son, Sam. That's pretty much what I do, is raise children right now. I'm in that point of life where I'm chasing kids from soccer to baseball to the gym. And so that's the joy of my life right now. And so you might ask, why did I get involved in politics? Well, I got involved in politics because it's my sense of duty to act. As a firefighter, I've trained to act when I see an emergency or a crisis. And in case we haven't noticed, there's a crisis going on down in Olympia. With rising budget deficits, and continued unemployment, and irresponsible spending, we need action, and we need it now. We can't wait any longer for things to get better. Keep hearing it'll get better. We just, we'll fix it with a Band-Aid, and hopefully next year more revenue will come in. What we're lacking down there is strong leadership. We need strong leadership to implement the things that need to be done to give us a sustainable economy. I'm asking that you send me down to Olympia to help provide that leadership. You see, together we can help things get better by creating a more friendly business environment, so we can help businesses get back on their feet, providing those jobs that are so desperately needed by our communities. We can also reduce the taxes and spending on our individuals that they're overburdened currently, and that burden is also forcing businesses out of state, and that's taking away the jobs that we need to get out of this recession. We also need to prioritize how we spend our money. We need to focus on the core basic principles of government. That's going to be good education, solid public safety, and good transportation system. And as my paddle gone up, I thought I ran out of time, so I will continue later. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Larry? And actually, I may interject here. It's wonderful to hear the applause. I'm going to ask that you guys contain it, bottle it, and you hold it to the very end. And then we'll unleash all the applause for all the candidates all at one time, okay? Thank you. Larry?
I've been looking forward to this. As you probably know, I really enjoy the heck out of campaigns. I think they're very important. And for me, what's important about these campaigns is not just an opportunity for political marketing or for me to show up someplace and ask for your vote. What's important about these campaigns is the conversation that we need to have over a period of months about who we are, where we should be, and how we're going to get from here to there. And it's because of those questions that I approach this second half of the campaign. This is really the kickoff for the main event now. The reason I am really angry, fired up, is because we are in the wrong place, headed the wrong direction with the wrong politics. Let me explain. A couple of days ago, just about a mile from here in West Bremerton, I was knocking on doors, as I enjoy doing, and talked to a young woman who said to me exactly the same thing in almost exactly the same words that I've heard from older men, younger women, Republicans, Democrats, independents. They all say the same thing. It's not fair. I work hard, I play by the rules, and I'm getting no place. I'm stuck. In this particular young woman's case, She had had a rough start in life, but pulled herself together, was a single mom with 2 kids, worked her way through college with huge student loans, got an MBA, got a good job, but was stuck because she had huge student loans. She wasn't sure she was going to be able to keep her job from week to week, and she didn't know how she was going to save enough money to get her 2 girls into college. Now that's wrong. We're at a place now where if you are born poor, you stay poor. If you're born in a family that doesn't have college degrees, you're probably not going to get one yourself. That's wrong. And the reason I personally feel it's wrong is because it's not what my story was. I started life in a very poor farm family in eastern Idaho. We were so poor that we didn't even have a tractor. We farmed with horses. And we didn't have 2 nickels. But we started saving our money, and I remember as a 7th grader when I took my $232 from my bank account, added it to the family pot of money, and we put a down payment on a farm in Oregon. Then I was able to work my way through college. I enlisted in the Navy and worked my way to a commission. Then I worked my way to command of 1 ship and then 3 more. And then in the Pentagon, I was able to work my way to being a fairly senior defense official. That young woman in East Bremerton doesn't have that future right now. Why? Because our society, our economy is not functioning right. And what I want to talk with you this morning is about the politics it takes for us to move in the right direction. I look forward to our discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, we always like to give our candidates an opportunity to kind of warm up to the questions a little bit, and then we kind of start hitting them with some of the hard-charging questions that you all wrote. So let us begin just first of all, and with starting with Larry. What is your political philosophy?
My political philosophy, I guess we would say, is a profound admiration for the fundamentals of democracy. The longer I live and the deeper I get into political life, the more respect I have for the common sense of ordinary Americans. When you start the day in the morning reading the newspaper, you think, oh my God, we're going to hell in a handbasket. You know, this world is crazy. But if you join me in the afternoon and go out and talk to voters, you will find one common sense person after another. So my core philosophy, which I use in the legislature, is to trust the common sense of regular people and try to bring the government down as close to regular neighborhoods as possible.
Your political philosophy.
My political philosophy is that government was designed to help people, to provide those core services that I was trying to finish up with, their public safety, education, and transportation. I believe government has grown too large. It takes too much from the pursuits of life that we have worked hard to earn. It has grown beyond its ability to be sustained. And so my political philosophy is that we should bring government back to a size that provides for the necessities, but also is small enough that we can enjoy the fruits of our labor, that we can use it and spend as we see fit, that we can take that money and we can provide a better future for our children, for ourselves, and for the community around us. I think people are the best decision makers on where that money can be spent and how we can improve society. So give the power back to the people. Reduce the size of government, and allow people to do what they do best, take care of each other.
Thank you. And now for a question that has to do with a reflection of how you separate yourself from the rest of the herd, which is name one major issue where you differ from or oppose your party. And that goes to you, Doug.
Oh,
yeah, it's supposed to be back and forth, Thank you.
Major issue where I oppose my party, I get that at the door quite a bit. I'm pretty unhappy with the Republican Party. They've seemed to have grown government over the last years of the Bush years, and I would agree. That's one area that I disagreed with the Bush administration, was that government tended to grow over those years. We didn't get back to our conservative roots of doing more with less, empowering people, allowing them to use their hard-earned tax dollars, keeping them rather than giving them away, and create a stronger society through people helping each other rather than people relying upon government. I think we migrated away from that. I think I differ from the party in that. I want to get it back to local control. I want to get back to where people can make the decisions that affect their community. I think, once again, like I said, people who are here in the community have the best ability to make the decisions on how to make the community better. They have the best ability to know who's in need, and they have the best ability to create a local society that identifies the people who are most at risk.
Thank you.
It's interesting, this mention of Republicans who are unhappy with themselves. The last couple of years, I also have run across a lot of Republicans who said, never again, well, I've always been a lifelong Republican, never again, I'm voting for you, Larry. Many of my votes come from Republicans. I'm a real Democrat, a real mainstream Democrat. I'm the most fiscally conservative Democrat you ever met, and I think that's where the Democratic Party needs to be. It is not where the Democratic Party has been in this state the last couple of years. 2 years ago, just this cycle, 2 years ago when we were campaigning and I was standing here with Marlon at this table, we had a governor who was determined to put up a set of budget cuts which could only be met by the tax increases. I said that was wrong at the time. I voted against it. I still believe that we've got in Washington to change that mindset. So that's where I have been voting and will continue to go, is for that rigorous fiscal responsibility.
Thank you.